Welcome back to week 35. We're continuing our conversation on client reviews. In the first section, we talked about how to perform a client review and walk through your client review checklist and setting boundaries and expectations, and talked about client value. On this particular video, we're talking about firing a client. Not a great topic, but definitely one that people need to be aware of. So first question, we get asked this by clients a lot. Can I fire a client or a customer? Yes, you can. You don't want to have to get to that point, so you're going to want to do everything you can before you get that far down the road. But honestly, sometimes you just need to fire a client, even if they're a well-paying client. Sometimes you need to fire them if it's not a good relationship, or if you don't feel like you're giving them the value that they truly need, or if they're just like stealing your time. Because let's face it, that happens. You get clients who are just, they're needy and they want all of your time, and it doesn't matter how much they're paying you. Sometimes it's just not worth it to keep the clients. And it sounds terrible because you don't ever want to be in a situation where you're walking away from money, but it happens sometimes. It really does. And you just need to know that not every situation is a good situation, and you don't have to prolong a bad situation simply because somebody's paying you. You don't have to. So if you have to fire a client, these are difficult conversations, but as I've said it before, there are right ways to do hard things. And you don't want to beat around the bush on this at all. You want to be direct, but you also want to be, kind. There's no reason to be a jerk just because you have to fire a client. And you can do this in a really professional way where don't do it over text, don't do it over email. You can follow up over email after it's done, but you want to do it. And if you're going to do it via a Zoom, it's better. That way you can read body language to kind of see how things are going. But essentially, you want to, like, here are the things that are happening that we've already talked to you about that don't seem to be getting addressed. And as a result, we have to end this relationship, right? That's it. Like, you've already given them a chance. They've not made the adjustments that were needed to be made. And so as a result, you have to end the relationship. Now, if there's an opportunity for you to give them some sort of a refund, give them a refund. We had to fire somebody. We fired a coach at one point, and it just wasn't a good relationship. It just wasn't working out. He was a little bit obsessed with Corey in a really weird kind of way. And I don't mean like stalkerish kind of way. It was like, Corey sometimes can be a tough nut to crack. And this guy really wanted Corey to like him, and Corey really didn't like him. And as a result, he wasn't really working much with me. He was, constantly like trying to impress Corey. It was just weird. It was really weird. And Corey and I were spending, I don't know, it was like $800-900 a month on this coaching. And we were 3 months in and we hadn't gotten anything out of it. And so we scheduled a call to tell him that at the beginning of the third month that we no longer wanted to work with him. We'd already paid for that month, and we gave all of the reasons why we wanted to end the relationship. It turned into the worst breakup ever. He spent the next like hour and 15 minutes telling us all the reasons that we sucked as clients. Now, I don't think we did, but maybe we did. And so, but it was just further proof that it wasn't a good relationship for anybody, and ending it made sense. And then, he proceeded to email me and talk trash about Corey, which, listen, I don't care if you like Corey or not. Don't email me and talk trash about him. Just don't do it. It's not going to end well. And it didn't change my mind, but we thought the right thing to do would have been to offer us a refund, at least a partial refund on that third month. He didn't even suggest anything. He was just basically like, you guys suck. I'm like, oh, okay. And, and then you just kind of move on. But, we learned some valuable lessons from that experience. And again, that's an experience where we're firing the coach, not the coach firing the client, but there's a right way to do it, right? When we weren't jerks about it, and you don't have to be a jerk about it, but you just, there's a way that you can fire a client and still keep the door open for a future engagement, where they can come back if some adjustments are made, or if, situations change in the future. People grow, people change. And so if things end ugly, there's no opportunity. But if you're a pro about it, then there's an opportunity. And here's the thing, like, I know we talked about recently, I know in a recent week, we talked about reviews, right? Reviews and testimonials. There's a chance if you fire a client, you're getting a bad review. And that's okay. We talked about how you handle bad reviews, and it's okay. You know that, and you can tell the client, up front when it's happening, like, look, I know that this isn't a great situation, and I know you're probably very unhappy, and I wish that we could fix that, and I want to do anything I can to make it right. We cannot continue to work together. This isn't healthy, or this isn't productive for anybody. And then just let the chips fall where they may. And like I said, if you're a pro about it, and you offer to, either help them find somebody else that can fill the void that you're about to leave, or give them some free advice that isn't about how they can improve as a person, but that helps their business, then that's the thing, or that helps them with whatever it is that you're working on, because you might be coaching them personally, or you might be fixing their roof. I don't know, but whatever the situation is, try and give them something where they can keep moving forward. And that's really all I have to say on firing a client. Yes, you can do it. No, you don't have to be a jerk about it. Yes, you can do it in a way that the door is still open, where you could work together in the future. As always, if you have questions, reach out to us. We are more than happy to help and do the downloads, especially the client review checklist, and join the monthly live Q&A if you've got questions. We really enjoy connecting with all of the people who are taking the course.